Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, Assalatu wassalam ala Rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum. Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Lil ikhwani wa akhwati. Wa salamu ala mani taba huda. Lil ikhwani wa akhwati fi Afrika wa Europa wa kulli makan. Anjarama, my brothers and sisters in the Fulbe community. Also, I want to say that we are in a state today, the Fulbe community, of a lot of confusion, hurt, and injustice. I beg each brother and sister in the Fulbe community to adhere to the Sharia and the Sunnah of our Prophet, alayhi salatu salam, and that we all take in consideration that we respect one another, especially if they are Muslims, irrespective if they're Hausa or Igbo or any other ethnic group that are not from the Fulbe community. We still must respect them because Islam takes precedence over ethnic groups and village loyalties. So we must adhere to that, my brothers and sisters, and we must keep that honor. We must follow the Islamic principles and guidance. We in the Fulbe community today are under siege for a lot of the wrong reasons. But I will say to you, my brothers and sisters, that each one of us, we should honor and protect one another in the Fulbe community because no one else will do it. We must honor our parents and our loved ones. We should honor our ulama and fuqaha among the Fulbe community. We have outstanding scholars and intellectuals and Sheikh Islams, imams, and we should follow them and learn from them and follow their guide. They will show us the right way according to the Sunnah of our Prophet, alayhi salatu salam. So, my brothers and sisters, this is a short message just to invite you back to the Sunnah of our Prophet, alayhi salatu salam, and to be mindful and be proud that you are Muslim, but you also from the Fulbe community, which is a long, outstanding history of scholarship, honor, and commitment to our beautiful continent, Bilad es-Sudan, the land of the black man. We're from very diverse backgrounds in the continent, especially West Africa, but we in the Fulani community, the Fulbe community, should be the leaders in the development, especially of West Africa. Excuse me, my brothers and sisters, it's time for prayer. And we cannot lead when we are mired in a lot of different, conflicts, and we're doing things that are wrong. Because no one would want to follow us. Now we're being targeted. Now we're being told that we're terrorists. Like Sheikh Gumi, our outstanding Sheikh Islam, our brother in Nigeria, a Fulani brother, scholar, renowned. And you look at this esteemed brother and you see he's under attack because he's fighting injustice. And this is a jihad, of course, that is correct. And we should go to protect our brothers like the Sheikh Islam, Sheikh Gumi, because this is what we should do as fellow Muslims. But not only that, in the Fulbe community. And we should also respect our brothers who lay out platforms for us to discuss and to learn about the Fulbe community, even outside of Garib, Afrika, West Africa, who are in the United States or the Caribbean or in Europa. We should learn from each one of us, and we should be respectful towards each one of us. Even if our Fulbe community, there's somewhere else who are Christians now, or they've fallen short of the Islamic principles, we should still embrace them and bring them to the right way. Because the Fulbe community cannot survive being divided, nor can it survive attacking the others, meaning our house of brothers. We know what is happening. I'm not defending anything. We know the injustices that have been done and perpetrated to us, but we've done things as well. And we must clean this up for the betterment of our continent. We cannot have a Bilad as Sudan in the highlight of where it was centuries ago, and why the Tubab colonialists destroyed it is because they did not want this scholarship, this outstanding land, the beauty of it, to have a cohesion of Fulani, Hausa, Mende, Mendinka, Kapele, Bambara, Igbo, the Khan, all were under the banner of Islam at one time. And they had these sultanates, beautiful sultanates, brothers and sisters, that were powerful. So we can restore a lot of our honor by honoring the principles of our ancestors who followed the Sunnah and the Sharia Allah Ta'ala. I urge each one of us to do this, because we should talk about these issues, and we should not shy away from these issues. Now, last thing, and I'll close. Brothers and sisters, we know what's going on in West Africa. We know what's going on in the Muslim world. We know what's going on in Africa in general. We know what's happening with many of the governments. I urge you to avoid any type of talk or joining any group that's in the process right now of trying to destroy the government where you live. You should not participate in this, because you have to look back at the Sharia and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. When you go to do things like this, not only you hurt the Fulbe community, but you hurt the continent in itself, because you see what is happening in North Africa right now. You see what's happening in other parts of Bilad as Sudan, where we've had toppling of governments and then just chaos. We have guides to look for, and we go by what we see our ancestral brothers. Read what Ahmed Baba Sudani has said about these issues. Read what Usman Ben Fodio, Rahimahullah, what he said about these issues. And we use those guides to help us, to guide us in today's times. Yes, we know what's going on in many of the governments. Yes, they are wronging the people. But we have to understand who's behind them. And it's not time for us right now to rebel to the point where we try to overthrow our governments. And the best thing we can do right now, because we're not in a position to do anything else, is to pray and ask for relief, which will come, because our Prophet ﷺ has told us that there will be a time where there will be prosperity. Perhaps not in my lifetime, but we must honor these commitments under the Sunnah, because we have, as the Fulbe community, a strong backing of Islam. We were the first in Bilad Sudan, south of the Sahara, to take in Islam, and we ran with it. We have the most prolific scholars from way back still to present now. We have outstanding scholars today that we should follow. We have outstanding leaders that we should follow, and we should protect them. And we should also protect one another in the Fulbe community and keep your culture. This is important because we're losing it. And not on top of that, we're losing a lot of our Islam as well, because remember, Islam was always first. If you do this, you can go no wrong. You're on your road to Jannah. But we have a special problem among the Fulbe community. This is why I'm talking today. So my brothers and sisters, this is a short note just to talk about that. And again, brothers and sisters, I look at things, and this is directed basically at our American brothers, African American brothers, and in the Caribbean. I would urge you, brothers and sisters, to take your DNA test, because you'll find many of you are of the Fulani community or the Hausa community. Okay, the Mende or the Mendinka or Bambara or Igbo or Akan or Ashanti or any of these ethnic groups here in West Africa and also North Africa. And I suggest that you embrace those findings and become that what you are. If you're Fulani American, then you adopt that and be proud of that and honor that and learn about your people and to look into the past and see the examples that you have, many from our sisters in the Fulbe community, our ancestral sisters and our ancestral brothers. And you learn from them. So my brothers and sisters, this is again just a short reminder to help each one of us to stay on the right path, to protect the Fulbe community, protect our Islam, protect our leaders and our scholars and all of the our families and our sisters and our children, because it's important, brothers and sisters, that we do this. So I'll leave you with the beautiful words of Jinnah. Assalamu alaikum. Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.